Hey guys, Ariana here with Rockstardreams.com and quite possibly one of the music business's hardest working men. I'm here with Kevin Lyman of Four Feeney, who co-founded Vans Warped Tour as well as Rockstar energy drink Mayhem Festival. He is also a perennial panelist and a keynote speaker at the upcoming Driven Music Conference. Kevin, thanks for being with us.
Yeah, welcome to our office.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
Well, your tours have helped break some of the hottest new emerging artists over the last 20 years. I mean, we're talking things like Eminem, Katy Perry, Asking Alexandria, Fall Out Boy, plenty more. What drives you to continue to find new bands?
You know, that passion and love of music. Super excited about this year. Like September and October, everyone was coming by. We all get together. Like the office is a revolving door. It's quiet now, but a couple of years ago, Echo Smith walked in here with their acoustic guitars and started playing music for me. And I was like, wow, okay, I got to get behind that band. And but there's some bands this year. It's just that sense of music discovery. I think sometimes you get locked down in a frame of music. Most of my friends now are locked into that generation that was important to them. My job is to keep, and for me, it's like when I can open up and all of a sudden put on like a band like Night Riots or Moose Blood that'll be out on Warped Tour this year, and I start playing that music, and I can separate myself and go, wow, this is something that, should be listened to.
You just want to listen to.
I want to listen to, but it's also like, it's current. There's that current balance, I think we've got this kind of like renaissance of some of these bands, and when I heard that Night Riot's first song, and now it's like I heard it was #4 on XM alt radio already. The album's just they're just sampling it, and I go, oh man, if people get a chance just to come and see it at Warped Tour, I know we have those bands that people expect to see at Warped Tour, and we'll be announcing them, most of them, in the next 6 weeks that you might expect would be there. But that undercurrent is what I get excited about. The second stages, the third stages, the tents, those kind of things are the fun thing for me to, because I know what's been out there. And it's always fun when people go, oh my God, those bands were on Warped Tour. Even last year, I think at the beginning of the tour, we had bands like Issues, and they built as the summer went. And by the end of the summer, all those kids in Texas that didn't come to Warped Tour, maybe because they didn't see those bigger names, were going, oh my God, they were on Warped Tour? So it's about, I like that sense of discovery.
What about something like Driven Music Conference? Will you be scouting talent there?
Absolutely. I like going to these festivals. Everyone's like, South by Southwest serves a certain point in my life. I'm now at that point of South by Southwest where I go down there and I'll speak and maybe do a mentor session, but I'm really not scheduling anything. I'm just kind of rolling around. Like I did early on in my life. I did South by Southwest, but it's so massive that sometimes it's hard to get across town. It's hard to deal with this. So it's more of a hang for me.
And you can't have really that intimate interaction a lot of times with a conference that big.
No. Sometimes, now, I may hang out, maybe a little too much. Bands go, God, what's Kevin talking to me about my cats? Because I have nowhere to go. But at Driven, one of the things that really, there was a band called Sykes when I first went down to Driven, and I really liked them, and I thought they had a lot of talent. And my big mouth, it helped them get a manager in the U.S. It got the U.K. promoter, Mark Walker, who's my partner in the U.K., behind the band over there. And it's nice to see them growing right now. I think they'll be maybe ready to come on Warped Tour next summer. But that's fun to me because at the smaller conferences, I think there's a chance to actually get to meet people and talk to them. You might cross people more than once or twice. I know with Driven, most of the showcases were very in one place, kind of. And I'll hang out. I like going to see music. And it's fun, so you're not on the hustle all the time.
Well, let's talk about your most recent endeavor, the Entertainment Institute. So not only do you give the artists an opportunity like Driven to get up on stage and showcase their talent, but you also help them develop their career with music mentorships, education. What's your vision for this new platform?
Well, I've been touring and I speak at a lot of universities and colleges, and I think there's so many kids that are learning business, but it's hard to keep up in real time. The world's changing so fast that in 6-month increments things are changing, that we won't replace the education system or education process. It's not our plan. It's how to supplement it and augment it in a positive way. So, you might be able to take a mentorship program I did one last night, and we were talking, when is your band ready to go on the road? And we were talking, I was telling stories about bands that weren't quite ready to go on the road, or how to develop that reason why we may want to pay attention to you. You know, it's a one, of course, you've got to write great songs, but it's how you build your local following and in an organic way.
Yeah.
You know, I could tell when someone goes, okay, everyone email Kevin Lyman and say, play on the Warped Tour, and like they're all 23 fans send to my Twitter at once. They demand it, you know?
Right.
But, you know, it's how to kind of, you know, get ready for the road.
Yeah.
Because it used to be like, oh, jump in a van, but it's, you know, if you're just going to drive across the country, it's a big country.
Yeah.
And it's hard to get traction as a band. That there's much better ways to do things.
Yeah.
So, you know, we'll be doing those, but it'll also, the artists are trying to figure out ways to survive in this day and age. You know, they're not making the money on records they once did. Touring can be a problem. Touring can be an issue for them, but you know, through the Entertainment Institute, they can use their skills. Like, you know, things. You know, we're working with a couple artists this summer that'll be doing songwriting. That can sit there and write the basics of a song for someone, because you know that could be one panel. You know, we've had it. You know, when it was used to be band, and we kind of merged into with the Band Happy situation, and you know, it's really great because so many of the artists are signing up to be part of this next summer. And you know what? At the end of the summer, they get a check, and if they can get a check and go home and pay their rent, they're in a much better situation.
Well, cool. Well, we really appreciate your time, Kevin, and be sure to watch out for some of this summer's hottest bands on Warp and Mayhem Festival, and be sure to continue to develop your music career through the Entertainment Institute. You can find it online at thinktei.com.
Yeah, you know, and let us know what you think, you know, and if we can give us your input.
Great. Cool. Well, we'll see you at Driven.
All right, thank you.
All right. See you guys at Driven.